Hello there! Our friend Andrew from Cawood Publishing is about to launch the next Kickstarter so they can continue their acclaimed monster series with Monsters of the Dungeon. In this video, Andrew runs a quick little adventure for me and Josh using monsters that you will find in their upcoming project. But before we dive into that, let's take a quick look at the promo video that the Cawood Publishing team put together to tell us all about it.
So this is a World of Mir adventure. Both of you find yourself in the city of Wild. It's a city of about 20,000 people, mostly human, on the west side of the continent of Mir. And you've been summoned by the captain of the guards. So he calls you to his manor on the edge of the Pendrell Bay. And you come into basically his office area. And he sees you, the Wood Elf Fighter, Carven Maplewood, and the human warlock, Ike. You finally arrived.
Yes, my lord. Is there anything we can do for you?
We need something taken care of immediately, and my guards are too busy with the local uprising about taxes. You know what they're like. We've discovered something that we really have to take care of right away. And he pulls out what looks like a very ancient scroll tube and says, this scroll case contains one of the Riftgate scrolls. Have you heard of Riftgates?
Of course I've heard of Riftgates, but please remind me. Well,
many years ago, Oswald Mir, the legendary wizard, opened portals all over the world, which you can understand would be problematic. These portals led to other continents, they led to other worlds, and they worked both ways.
That is a security risk.
Yes. The good thing is that Oswald changed course, and he provided scrolls that could be read at the location of the Riftgate to close them forever. Well, we thought we'd close the last one near the city of Wild, but apparently there's still one remaining.
I take it that's where we come in.
It is. The ruins of Oswald's manor still exist here in the city, and my guards have found what we believe to be an entrance for you to still get inside these ruins.
So that's where we're to go.
Yes.
Yes, and we believe there is a dungeon underneath the ruins, and in that dungeon, we believe the Riftgate still stands.
And we use this scroll to destroy it.
Yes, you just arrive at the Riftgate, open up this case, read the scroll, and the Riftgate will be destroyed. Hopefully, there won't be any sort of explosion or anything.
I think Ike just kind of grins, extends his hand, says, "Consider it done, my lord."
All right, this is an urgent matter, so I'll have a couple of my guards escort you to the manor, the ruins of the manor, immediately.
I don't have any questions. You, Josh?
What sort of compensation can we expect to receive?
Ah, there it is!
Compensation? Oh, yes, I forgot about that. He turns around, there's this big cabinet. He opens it, and there's all these different shelves. And every shelf has leather bags, like leather pouches, and written on them are different amounts of gold pieces and platinum pieces. He looks up to one of the higher shelves, and there's two bags that say 200 platinum pieces, and he says, "How about 200 platinum each?"
I'd say
yes.
that will suffice.
That will do. Yes.
I seem to have left my potions at home. Does the guard have any healing potions that we can bring with us?
No.
I will keep you alive, my friend.
Guards.
Do not worry.
So a couple of his guards escort you out of the office and out onto the street, where it's pretty crowded. You see, you're not far away from one of the main markets, and they take you down a few more streets and down an alleyway where there's a whole group of soldiers waiting around some ruins, and they wave you over. One of the soldiers points down on the ground, and there's like a circular pattern of stones on the ground. And then he said, "We found this." and he takes his spear and he presses down in the middle of this circular pattern, and all of the stones separate, and there's a stone staircase going down.
Is it dark?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to cast light on my staff, turn to Carwin and say, I think it's time.
Let's shall. Carwin will lead the way.
So you go down into the dungeon, which is pitch black, but you have the light coming from his quarterstaff. You see there are sconces on the walls as you go down the stairs, but none of them have torches in them. And as you go down further and further, you see that architecture has changed, and this is very old stonework. And eventually, you figure you've gone down about 60 feet. Eventually, it levels off, and there's a passage ahead. And you now notice that you've been walking in quite a bit of dust. And you see as you move forward, you're making footprints in quite a lot of dust that's collected on the ground.
One of my invocations lets me cast Detect Magic. I do that.
You do detect magic. What you can see in front of you, you can see clearly for about 30 feet, and the passage continues.
Yeah.
And there's stone walls. It's about 10 feet wide, but you're not sure how high the ceiling is because you can't see it. And that's where you detect magic, is actually right above you.
Is this magic moving, or is it not moving?
It's moving fairly quickly, yeah.
Okay. I could just go, Carwin.
What do you see with your human eyes?
What do my human eyes tell me? Something magical is moving on the ceiling. What do your elven eyes show you?
His elven eyes don't show anything because there's the light shining off your quarterstaff.
Oh no!
But on the edge of the light spell, you see what appears to be a multicolored wizard's hat, an older one, flying down towards you. And then as it gets a little bit closer, now it's about 10 feet away, you see it has tiny little eyes on it.
Hello, hat.
And it drops down towards Ike.
Oh no, no, no.
Oh, boy.
That's a good roll for the first roll of the night.
Oh no.
That is hilarious. I've never done that.
Oh, he crit me.
Oh boy.
I think I just crit the bed, Josh.
Okay.
So what you have happen is that a hat bites your head, and little tiny hands move down the sides of your cheeks, and the hat fixes onto your head. So now you can't see. The bite doesn't do a lot of damage to you. You just take 2 piercing, but now you can't see. And Carvin sees a wizard's hat covering your head.
Oh boy. Would I think that if I tried to attack this hat, I would
Jeez.
be that I would also be attacking Ike.
Why don't you do an insight check?
That is 19.
Yeah, you think if you attack the hat, you're going to be attacking Carvin. And let's do initiative. Okay, I just rolled a 20 for initiative, so there.
Well, I rolled a 6, so.
I rolled a
I
17.
beat that.
I have a 17, but I got a +3, so it's also 20.
Right. So it is Ike's turn, and you have some options. You can breathe, but you can't see. And you could try to make a strength check to pull the hat off. That's one option.
Okay, so I was thinking about maybe casting Sacred Flame, but it says I need to see the creature, which is like an odd thing because it's making me not see, but does that mean I see it? I think that might be his first instinct, but I think that would be kind of scary. So actually, no, he is going to just try and pull the thing off his head. Like, yeah, he's going to try and do that.
Okay, so in this case, it's a strength check.
Okay, well, that is not my speciality, but here we go. Yeah, that's a 3 - 1 for 2. So,
yeah. So the hat
get this Confano thing off me.
So the hat is still on your head, and now a voice speaks to you. Knock your friend to the ground.
Talking to me?
Yeah, and you have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, well, okay. Well, that's decent. That was 19 + 5, so 24.
Right. So you fight off the effects of that magic, and it is Carvin's turn.
I'm gonna attempt to pull this thing off his head. I'm also, as a bonus action, I'm gonna use my bonus action to manifest an echo. So on the other side of Ike, just another me pops up, and I'm gonna try to pull this thing off of his head. And just for fun, we're gonna say the echo is trying to do it too. It's not gonna give me any sort of advantage, but it just, for fun.
Okay.
Just straight strength.
Yeah.
That is a 15 for me.
So you are successful, and you pull off this hat. It's only hat size, not very big. You pull it right off of Ike. And now you see that it has jaws underneath the brim of the hat and little tiny hands, almost like tentacles, and little beady eyes that are peeking underneath the brim of the hat as well. And it's squirming around in your hands.
Fun. I'll continue just holding on to it, I guess, because that's that was my action to pull it off anyway. So we'll.
Okay, so Ike, you now can see, and your companion has pulled the hat off and is holding it.
Ike just says, "Hold it out just a little bit." He's gonna try and Eldritch Blast it.
Okay, so you have advantage to do that.
Okay. All right. Well, the high one was 7 plus 7 is 14.
Okay. So you just miss hitting Carvin in the head.
All right.
And then the hat attempts to...
Oh, wait. I actually get 2. Go ahead. I was going to say Eldritch Blast is different. I actually get to do 2 attacks. So if I can, or if you have something else in mind, that's fine. We're same initiative, so.
Oh, you can go ahead.
That one's a natural 20.
Hey.
All right, so that's 12 force damage.
So your spell hits the hat in Carvin's hands, and it blows the hat out of his hands into the stone wall, and the hat is just crushed against the wall and just slides down the wall and lands on the floor, and it's not moving.
Thanks for that. What was that thing?
It appeared to be a hat with
Got
teeth.
there on my own. Thank you. Is it still radiating magic?
No.
It tried to get me to shove you down the stairs.
Hmm.
I think we need to be careful.
Agreed.
All right, so you're still in this passageway. The staircase is behind you, and you notice there's some symbols on the walls carved into the walls. You recognize them as the crest of this famous wizard, the one who the continent is named after, Mir. So you're sure that the captain was right. This must have been a property that the wizard held long ago. And now you see there actually are some torches in the sconces that most of them are empty, but there's 2 at the end of the hallway about 20 feet in front of you now. And you see there's a large doorway there.
Is there a door in the doorway? It's just open.
Open doorway.
Keep walking on down.
Age before beauty.
Yeah, Carvin's going first.
Yes, sir.
As Carvin walks towards that entrance, part of the wall seems to suddenly come to life and reaches out to try to grab a hold of the elf, and is 16 enough to hit you.
Just misses.
So these kind of strange tentacles come out of the wall that they look like they're actually part of the wall, because as they come out to try to grab Carvin, they miss him and then they retract back into the wall.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, and we'll stay in combat. We'll probably stay in combat for the rest of this encounter.
Sounds like fun. Anyways.
Yeah, so Ike, what would you like to do? You're just behind the elf?
Well, this is what warlocks do. Shoot it with Eldritch Blast. Try to shoot the wall. 12 plus 7 is 19 to hit.
The wall moves as if you did hit some sort of creature. You do 19. Oh, you didn't say damage yet.
Damage is 7 plus 4 is 11. Force damage. And I guess I'll take the second attack too. That's not as good. That's a 13.
That's actually good enough. Whatever this is,
Okay.
it doesn't have a lot of armor.
Yeah, okay. Like another 11 points of force damage.
And now it attempts to reach out again because the elf is the one who's closest, and misses again, this one more wildly, as if it can't see properly, actually. And it's Carvin's turn.
So I would like to send my echo to just walk straight through and see what happens. He has 30 feet of movement, so I don't know. And same AC as me, but just 1 hit point.
Yeah, so there's 20 feet to the entrance.
Okay, after my 30 feet, or just from where I'm
Right
standing
now,
right now?
the elf is standing 20 feet from the entrance.
I'll have him just walk on through his full 30 feet if he can. I just kind of
Okay.
want to see what happens.
So the creature on the wall strikes out again, and this time it's 19 to hit the echo.
That's a hit, and it just
Yeah.
gets slapped. That's it.
And
So-
your action was sending out the echo?
No, that's just after I use my bonus action to create the echo, I could
Oh, okay.
let it
Okay.
move and do that. So I'll move within 10 feet of this thing and just attack it with my halberd, which was a natural 20. That's gonna be 19 slashing damage, magical slashing damage,
All right.
and I do
So you
have an extra
definitely-
attack if I need to use it.
Yeah, you definitely struck something, but it looks like it's still moving.
Next attack is a 17 to hit,
That's a hit.
and that's gonna be 12 magical slashing. That's
So
my turn.
now whatever is on the wall appears to have stopped moving.
Whenever I'm able to, I will just walk on
Yeah.
and continue walking.
Yeah, you
Is it-
still have 25 feet, right?
Yeah, I do actually. That's
You're still on the edge of Ike's light. So you know you've come into a larger chamber. It's not a hallway anymore, but you can't really see the edges of it because it's so dark, this part of it. The entrance area is lit up, but after that, you can't really see very much. For sure, it's bigger than 30 by 30, and it's Ike's turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow in behind Carwin and see if my light gives us any more to see.
Yeah, you've basically filled the whole chamber now. So you see that it's about 40 feet long and 60 feet wide. And there appears to be one of the largest paintings you've seen in your life on the other side of the chamber on the wall. Huge painting. And it doesn't really look like the continent of Mir that you're used to. It looks like another land, more fairy-like. And then there are also two pillars in the room about 10 feet away from the elf on either side of him.
I think Ike would be interested in the painting. You said it's not something he's familiar with, or
No, it doesn't look like anything you've ever seen before.
does it look like a rift gate?
Well, there is an archway. As you look at it more carefully, you see an archway, and it looks like a group of people are about to go through it, and it's a forest scene. You've heard stories about rift gates. This looks more like an architectural kind of structure, but it's possible it could be a portal.
do I still have detect magic up? I could do it again if.
You don't actually. How far does it go? Detect magic goes
30 feet.
feet. Yeah, you detect magic on the painting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The painting is magical. I don't recognize this land.
As an elf, would I recognize that land? Just because as Josh, it seems like Feywild, yes, but
Yeah, it does remind you of stories you've heard of Feyland. Yeah,
Okay.
It doesn't look like the elf land on the continent of Mir. It looks more like your original homeland, Feyland, your ancestors' homeland.
it almost looks like stories I've heard of Feyland, the original home, the elves.
Interesting. I think Ike would just kind of drift towards it just to get a closer look.
So Ike moves a little bit further in. So you're kind of in the middle of the room now. One of the pillars suddenly morphs and a mouth opens up in the middle of the pillar and 4 arms pop out of the pillar
Oh, gee.
and it attempts to bite you with an 11.
An 11 will miss. I do have my mage armor up.
Then it attempts to punch you with 1 arm. That's 18.
Yeah, that'll do.
So that's 3 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Then it misses you with another punch. Rolls a natural 1 with a punch and almost hits himself. And then the last one is 23, so that's another 3 bludgeoning.
Yeah, that'll definitely do.
Yeah. The other pillar suddenly gets up. Also, its mouth.
That was
opens
one
up.
pillar?
Yeah.
Oh,
The other
jeez.
pillar, its mouth opens up, the arms pop out, and it moves over to the elf. Tries to
So-
bite you with 17.
That is a hit.
And then it tries to punch the elf, miss, another natural 1. Then a 16. I think that's just a miss, right?
16 is a miss. Yeah, it's just 1 hit so far.
And then 24.
That's a hit.
So that's, the hits are bludgeoning, so 6 bludgeoning. And you have 2 pillars fighting. They've both moved up to each of you, and it's Carvin's turn.
and do my thing. I'm gonna use my bonus action to make an echo, so I'll have that just pop on the other side of this pillar.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna attack it. That's gonna be a 24 to hit.
Yes, that's definitely a hit.
And we're looking at 8 magical slashing. I'm gonna roll another attack, which is a 16 to hit.
Hit. You just hit it.
Much better. Gonna be 15 magical slashing. And then I'm also going to use my Unleash Incarnation, which essentially lets me attack once with my Echo. So I'm going to use that. That is going to be a 20, not natural, 30, 20 to hit.
Hit.
7 magical slashing.
All right.
And that will end my turn.
The pillar looks in really rough shape after those attacks. And it is Ike's turn, who's got a pillar facing him as well.
I'm right there, right? Like we're in melee?
Yeah, you're right next to each other.
Well, I don't want to do an attack roll because that's disadvantage in melee, so I'm going to do Sacred Flame on this pillar in front of me, which is a dexterity saving throw, a DC 15.
Somehow it makes it.
Dang it! Well, then I just do my best bobbing and weaving because I think that's all I got.
Okay. So that one tries to bite you again. That's a miss the first time, then tries to punch the Warlock. 18.
18 hits.
3 damage.
Okay.
Another wild swing. 16.
16 just hits.
So 3 bludgeoning. And then another wild swing. All right. The second one goes after the Echo first. And hits the Echo, so the Echo's gone. Misses the fighter. Hits for 3 bludgeoning. Misses and then tries to bite the fighter. A bite with a non-natural 20.
Yeah, that'll do.
So, maximum bite damage. 11 piercing.
Ooh.
All right. Now we are back to the elf and the badly damaged pillar.
I'm going to attack it. That's a 20, 30, 20. That'll be 8 magical slashing.
When you hit the pillar with your magical weapon, the whole thing crumbles to dust.
Nice.
Save me! Save me!
Yeah, I'll run over to Ike as long as I could reach him, and I'll use my second attack to. I don't know if we're doing flanking. If we're doing flanking, then I'll try to flank and hit it. If not, I'm just gonna hit it.
Yeah, I don't do flanking. We can just do the.
That's totally fine because I just got a crit.
Oh man!
That's 14 slashing.
14. Okay.
Yep, yes, sir. And if that doesn't do it, then I will use my my action surge to rinse and repeat.
Yeah, it's badly damaged, but it's still standing. Literally standing.
Nice. 25 to hit.
25 is a hit.
There was layers there.
That
Yes.
is 11. Yeah. 11 slashing.
All right, it crumbles to dust. You now are in this big chamber. The 2 magical pillars have crumbled, and you see the painting ahead of you, who the wizard, or the warlock knows is magical.
I'm gonna just use 2 of my healing lights on myself, and then 2 on Carmen. Ooh, you got 10 health back, and I got 6.
Who has the scroll? Is that Ike? I would assume it's Ike.
Yeah, I have the scroll, I think.
Ike, do we think this is the gate? Should we open the scroll and see what happens?
Yeah, would I know, or like, is there some kind of?
You're not sure, but when you do open the scroll case, suddenly the archway on the painting starts to glow, and a light shines down right into the middle of the chamber, which is pretty close to where you're standing. And slowly the floor of the chamber starts to open up. And it's
step
moving,
away.
Yeah, it's moving to the sides. And you see a lower level just below you, and there is an actual arch with glowing luminous light in the middle of it. And the floor is moving away at this time to the edges of the chamber.
You start backing up to get away. I mean, I don't want to fall.
Right. So as it moves, it stops just on the edge of the chamber. So you're right on the lip of it, and now you're looking down into another chamber that has this glowing portal in the middle of it.
Are there like stairs leading down, or is it just like a slope?
There are stairs by the painting, so you can walk around on the edge and then go down the stairs to where the portal is.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
right?
So as you're walking down these stairs, I assume the fighter valiantly leading the group. As you come down the stairs, the chamber is about as big as the one that was about above you. In the center, there's that archway, and out of the luminous light, you see a strange spherical creature emerge. It's got arms, little arms off its body, and then it's got a central eye with a few more eyes and a crazy looking mouth. And it looks over and sees you coming down the stairs. It's floating in the air.
Oh,
And
God.
it looks over and it goes, So we'll stay with the initiative order. So Ike is actually next, even though he's second in line on the stairs. And you're about 20 feet away from the archway as you come down the stairs.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Flaming Sphere and
Okay.
just put this thing just try and cook this thing.
Sure.
Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of it, or I can use my bonus action to flap it with the sphere. So I guess it is something that takes place next turn. That was my bonus action.
Okay.
And then I'll use my action to shoot it with Eldritch Blast. So one is a 26 and one is a 17 to hit.
They both hit.
So one is 7 force damage and one is 14 force damage. That's 21 total.
All right.
And if I can push it back a little bit, I have that thing for the Warlock that lets it do that.
You mean with the Eldritch Blast?
Yeah, the one invocation that...
Yeah. So
yeah.
you can push it back how far?
I think it's 10 feet.
I think 10 feet, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you actually do that and you push it through the portal. But it comes out the other side.
Oh, no.
Or to use my action so I wouldn't be able to close it anyway.
It just floats right back through the portal.
Oh no.
It starts blabbering incoherently again, and both of you have to make wisdom saving throws.
Oh jeez. Okay. I'm decent at wisdom. That's the one main one I'm decent at. Although I don't know if a 14's gonna make it. But
I
we'll see.
also got a 14, so let's
Oh,
hope
no.
this make it.
We both failed.
You just make it, both of you.
Ah.
So now it floats back into the portal, and it's Carvin's turn.
It floated back through the portal?
You can't see it right now. You're on one side of the portal coming down the staircase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll get as close to the portal as I can, and then I'll use my bonus action to throw another echo. Yeah, I mean, just at maybe like 10 feet to the left of me.
All right. So on either side of the portal, there's an echo, and there's the elf.
Yeah, that works.
That's pretty cool.
Great. That sounds cool.
Yeah, if I can, I'll ready my action to attack if this thing, comes within 10 feet of me. But if not, whatever.
Okay. Ike,
I can't see it, right? So I'm just gonna ready an Eldritch Blast.
if you see it,
If
that's your trigger. Okay.
my trigger is if Carwin attacks, then I'll
Okay.
do it.
All right. In that case, it's quiet for a moment, and you just kind of hear there's almost like a bubbling sound in this energy in the middle of the portal, this energy that's in the gate. And then, then you don't see, but you hear the creature blabber again. And you both have to make wisdom saving throws again.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's not gonna do it. That's
That's a 9.
Mine's a 7. The dice decide.
Yes, they do.
So the warlock takes 16 psychic damage,
Okay.
and the fighter takes 15 psychic damage.
All right.
Then the warlock sees the blabber blub on the far side by the echo, and it's kind of peering around the side of the portal. So it came out the other side.
Just like the chicken crossing the road. Ah. My trigger was you attacking something, so I can't do it.
Yeah, so it's Carvin's turn.
Okay, yeah, so
Well
I'll
played.
if it's on the echo side, I will use my bonus action to swap places with my echo.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hit it. Actually, is it all right. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try something stupid here, Jake.
Stupid is fun in D&D.
Carvin will yell to Ike and just say to use the scroll, and I'm going to attempt to grapple this thing and and pull it through the portal.
Okay.
So strength, athletics.
Yeah, strength contest. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a 6.
He rolled with his bonuses a 24.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it refuses to go away, but Ike, you've heard the elf yell at you to read the scroll.
I think he just goes, okay. He takes out the scroll and starts to read it.
All right, so you read it, and it's this long, protracted explanation of where the rift gates were created, who created them, and why it's not a good thing, and why it needs to be closed, and it's closed forever, and it will never open again, and suddenly the whole portal disappears. The arch and everything is gone. And all you see is the elf, his echo, and the blabberblub.
Okay.
And
would that be his action or his whole turn for reading this thing?
yeah, that's your action. You can move if you want.
Okay.
I was a bonus action if you have one.
Yeah, because with the flaming sphere, I can move the sphere into the blabberblub.
Right.
And it has to do a dexterity 15 saving throw.
Okay, so you move it into the blabberblub, and it makes has no effect on it.
I immediately regret this decision.
You can still move if you want.
Yeah. I think I'll probably just instinctively take a step or two back. But otherwise I'm good.
Stairs.
Just like,
Okay, all right. Yeah, so Ike goes actually back up a few stairs. Now the creature tries to bite the fighter. 28, because that rolled a 19.
Yeah, that's a hit.
So that is, damage is not, could have been a lot worse. 10 piercing. And then it tries to slash you with its claws. Just missed you. By 1.
oh.
All right. It is the elf's turn, and the blabberblub is going after you.
All right. I am going to, I'm gonna attack. Oh my god, that's a natural 1. So I don't know if there's any particular bad things that happen, because
shorter encounter. I'm not going to do anything more, but usually in my games we have extra effects for crits and crit misses. But we'll go easy on you today.
All right. Well, I'm thankful for that. So second attack is going to be 21.
Okay, that's a hit.
All right. That is 16 magical slashing. I have 2 left. I'll use my Unleash Incarnation and basically attack a third time through the echo. If I need to move the echo a little closer, I'll do that.
Yeah, he's going to move. Okay.
And that's going to be a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
So that's another 16 slashing. And
okay.
I'm going to use my second wind, and I got 14 points back.
Ooh, nice.
Wow. All right. It strikes out to try to bite the echo and rolls a natural 20.
Hey,
good. Use it on that
that's
echo.
Fine. That's totally fine.
The echo vanishes, and now it's confused, and it looks over at the warlock on the stairs and starts racing off, hovering towards him.
No!
And I give the Carvin, the elf, an opportunity attack.
Yeah, let's do it.
Come on, Josh. Save me.
I don't
Save
know.
me.
That's a 17.
Just hit it. You just got him.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's going to do 15 slashing, but then I also have... Yeah, so that reduces its speed to 0.
All right. So you basically, you grabbed a hold of him. So he reaches back and then tries to claw you. And that's 28. And that is 15 slashing and 2 necrotic. And you get 2 off your maximum hit points as well.
Oh.
And it is Ike's turn.
All right, as a bonus action, I'm going to use 3 more of my healing light dice for my good friend here, who just saved my bacon. That's a pretty good one. That's 13, so you get 13 health back. And then it's time for the old Eldritch Blast light show. We should throw 2 more at it. Okay, one is a 13. I'm guessing that misses.
Yeah, that's a miss.
But the other is a natural 20.
Wow. It's a lot of natural 20s.
It is kind of ridiculous. 15 force damage.
All right. Now it is in really rough shape. One of its arms is just hanging off. It's bleeding on its face, if you call that a face. And one more time, it starts blabbering incoherently, and you both have to make wisdom saving throws.
Oh, good God. 16. I think that's probably okay.
That's a 14, which, if it's the same as last time, I think we're good.
Yeah, you just make it, but I did forget that you actually take half damage. So you got lucky on the damage. The fighter did you take 7 psychic damage, and the warlock takes 8 psychic.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, both of you got lucky on the damage. It could be worse than that. And it's the elf's turn.
You know the drill. I'm just gonna roll some attacks and see what happens. First one is an 11, so I'm pretty sure it's a miss.
Yeah.
The second one is a crit fail, and then I'm gonna use my bonus action to basically hit it with the blunt side of the halberd. That's a polearm master thing, and that's 12. So I'm pretty sure that missed too. So just bunch of moving really fast but missing and every
Great.
hit.
Yeah, Carvin looked really graceful, but nothing happened, and it's Ike's turn.
Yeah, we got to try and beat this thing. So I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast again. Again, one's a 13, so we know that misses, right?
That's a miss.
And the other's a 23.
That's a hit.
3 plus 4, so 7 force damage.
The spell hits the blabberblub, and it explodes.
Does a whole bunch of guts go on Carvin?
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of blabberblub all over Carvin, but you have succeeded in completing the quest.
Nice.
Nice.
So I have to tell you a little bit about these creatures. The wizard hat is a small construct. It's not super deadly, obviously, but it can be a bit of a hindrance, especially for a lower level party. So
if I had failed that save, I would have started attacking, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
An animated wizard hat, and then you had the passager. So it's actually something disguised as the passage, an aberration.
Oh.
And can constrict you, but it just didn't roll well. Then you have one of my favorite names. The pillars are Pillar of the Community.
Okay. I love that.
Yeah, they actually can do quite a bit because they do have 5 attacks.
Yeah, I was like, that was all one pillar.
One pillar. And a decent armor class, but they don't have a lot of hit points. But I think it's CR 3, and it's a good challenge for certain parties.
Yeah.
And if they roll well, it could be hard for a higher level party.
That many attacks is a lot.
Yeah, that's always a lot if you have that. And then the last one was another name I like, the Blabberblub. And these are aberrations, sort of a new version of a cross of a beholder and something else. And you know how it blabbered incoherently and you couldn't understand what it was saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It actually is saying something. It just isn't a language that almost nobody will ever have. So that's
always fun.
That's just a small little selection from the first chapter.
That's great. That was a lot of fun, and I definitely, I thought we were like at the end when that painting room was there. So I was like, all right, I'll use my action surge now. Try to speed through this. Like,
you baited you, Josh.
and then the floor opened up, and I was like, big mistake.
Yeah,
But that was fun.
yeah,
that was awesome.
that's like a basic D&D, practice of like when do you start unleashing your good stuff, right? And as a DM, it can be a lot harsher if you have a couple of tough creatures at the beginning of an adventure. But ultimately, you want to have a good balance. Otherwise, it's not really fun. It's not fun just to wipe out the party.
Yeah.
So you want to have something that's challenging, it's mostly up to the dice. But you don't want to have something that's too weak or too strong. Players in our groups, they always wonder, especially like spellcasters, when should I really unleash my good spells?
Well, most of my spells were fire damage, so when you said the flaming spear to do it, I was like, well,
yeah.
at least I still have Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, the only immunity the Blabberblub has is to fire.
I mean, I had 20 hit points left, so I mean, I don't think I would have taken much. You saved my bum on that sentinel.
I had 35 hit points left, but in the last 2 turns, I think I healed almost 30 because you healed me 14 and I healed 14.
Your second wind was good. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was
You're right there.
well played. That was awesome, Andrew. Thanks for doing that. Thanks for coming on today.
You're welcome.
Everyone, if this seemed cool, you could expect this and tons more in Monsters of the Dungeon, which is obviously the new Kickstarter campaign, the 25th of April.
Yeah.
Is that when that starts? So 25th
Yeah,
of
April
April
25th to May 25th.
You could go on now and sign up for notifications so you know as soon as it drops. But either way, check out that Kickstarter on the 25th and support it because this was awesome. And I can't wait to continue on, learn more, and brave the darkness through Monsters of the Dungeon.
Absolutely. And if you're watching this before you saw our interview, the interview is on screen now, and you should check that out. Thank you very much.